Hi, Andy here from Living Level. Today I'm going to talk about our recent trip to Castaways RV Resort in Berlin, Maryland. We were just there, which is April 2019, and this is the second time we've been to Castaways. We were there back in 2014, so I've been looking forward to go back to this campground since the first time we were there. It is located just south of Ocean City, Maryland. And the campground actually overlooks the Assateague National Seashore. So right from the campground, you can see wild horses. There's a ton of bird life. You can see ospreys and herrings, all kinds of birds. And then you can crab, and it's definitely waterfront camping at its best. They have a nice beach that they put in there, and there's actually a tiki bar at the beach. It's a lot of fun. They highlight that they're like an Ocean City campground experience. So if you stay at the campground, they'll actually shuttle you to Ocean City. You never have to drive. They'll take you where you want to go. So I want to talk about what we did there. While we were there, we did some filming. You'll see Brady, my son. He was fantastic. He gave a little review. I wanted to do a little bit of filming at the campground so you could get an experience for what it was actually like to be at your site. And that being said, first thing I'll start talking about are the sites, because that's always my priority when we go to a campground. So I'm looking at the map. That's what I looked at. I'm going to be putting this up. Some things have changed since the last time we were there. The first time we were there, we had site 210, which was an end. It was actually I have it right here. This was 210. This is at the very end of Dunegrass Lane. It was a nice end section, a nice big piece of property, but yeah, firing, and we really liked it there. But this time we were in site 256, which was along Dunegrass Lane. I was very happy to have this site. We actually joined on with friends of ours who had already planned to go to, they had already made reservations, and we kind of were like, well, we'll come with you, because we had to change our plans. And that's the area that I would have picked to camp at, because there's a tree line and there's a row of bamboo that goes behind there. And when you are camping by the water, it can be very, very windy. So the closer you are to the water, the colder it can be, and the further, away from the water, it's going to be a little bit warmer, but you still want to be in walking distance to the beach. So I was very happy with our site. It was nice. It was spacious. The site included a picnic table, a fire ring. We had full hookups. Now, I noticed there were quite a few things that were upgraded this time that weren't that way last time we were here, and that was especially in the marina deck. Sites C7 through C14 are now these pull-through sites, and they're very nice sites. I was very impressed because they weren't there last time we were there, and they looked really, really nice. And to have one of those sites, you'd be out of that wind from being down on the water, but you're in walking distance to the pool, the store, the dog park, the beach, everything. But if you like it more quiet, then you probably wouldn't like those sites. There's another part of the campground that's called Club Castaways, which is located up as a separate gated area. You actually have to have a pass to go in and out. Or I don't know if you have a pass, or when we were there in 2014, we needed a wristband. Our friends were staying in there. I don't know what the policy is now. There's probably like a key code on the gate. But since we were there, we did crash Club Castaways, because it was April, and this was like a couple days after Easter. The campground was pretty much empty. So we went crazy and we crashed Club Castaways to get some pictures. It's very nice over there, but it also is windy. But the advantage of being over there is you have some private docks. You don't have as much traffic going around, and you have waterfront sites. So the views are amazing. But there's also 10 sites, and then down, if you go to the Island Oasis, that's the area that's by the beach and by the tiki bar. That area is, well, what I noticed was much tighter. I felt the last time we were there. There were more trees. It's pretty much all pop-ups and probably all rigs that are under 30 foot. But it did seem like it was more open this time when I was there. But like I said, it was off season. It wasn't full down there. So I don't know what size rigs do fit down there. But that's also a very nice area. If you have a pop-up or a small unit, maybe a nice hybrid, that area down there is absolutely gorgeous because you're right at the beach. I don't think our 37-foot fifth wheel is going to fit down there. But I didn't even ask. But that's a very nice area. Again, this campground is a very party atmosphere. The tiki bar, there's always music playing at the beach. It's very, very fun. It's just a fun campground. It's a resort. It's just, I mean, there's the pool, it's just a lot of fun. So if you like it really quiet, you're going to want to get over into like Sandswept Court or in the Paradise Cove. It's going to be a lot quieter over there. Otherwise, the closer you are to the pool and the beach, the louder it's going to be. So you can pick. All the sites are really, really nice. They're all nicely landscaped, very level. It's just such a nice campground. So that's about the site. So if I was to go back again, I like staying on Dunegrass Lane. They're back in sites. I might see if in the marina deck, the C7 to C14, and then even the C1 to C6 are available. The C1 to C6 are back in sites. I really, really liked that area. The other thing that if the wind I thought might be nice is in the Club Castaways. There's B1 through B7. B7 would be the closest to the water. Behind those sites is all bamboo, and I feel like they might not be as windy over there. And those are right by a private dock, and I might look into that. But then you're further away from the beach, but you have waterfront views. So I don't know. This whole campground's really nice. It's not that big. You can get around. All right, so here's just a few things from the brochure that this says about the camping here. Ocean City, best Ocean City campgrounds. We received a perfect score 10-10-10 in the 2013 by the Good Sam Trailer Life, RV Guide and Directory. Waterfront camping at the Assateague Bay. I don't know how to say it. Assateague. I don't know how to say it. So you're on a bay, and then there's Assateague, and then the ocean's on the other side. So the bay doesn't get very rough, but it does get shallow at low tide. So there's a little channel by the beach where if you rent wave runners or if you can get out, and then it goes up and there's like a sandbar. But the boats don't come in too close because it is pretty shallow. They stay out in the channel. So there's spectacular views of the Assateague National Seashore and ocean. So if you're on the beach and you look to the left, you can see the Ocean City skyline. If you look to the right, you can see the bridge that will take you into Assateague, and obviously directly across is Assateague. The campground's surrounded by an airport, and and the other side has a golf course. The airplanes are like the small banner planes. There's not too many big planes that go out of that. But it is fun because on the weekends there are lots of skydivers. So we had fun watching all the skydivers jump out. And what else I wanted to see what it said. So Castaways is a place that I've recommended to a lot of people who say, I haven't camped, I've never camped, but I want to try camping. Where's a good place to go? And I have said Castaways to so many people because they have really nice rental cottages. So if you have a cottage, you can just bring it with you. It's very nice because they have the cottages. I like to recommend Castaways to people who say, we haven't camped before, but we want to camp. Where's a good place to go? This is a campground I like to recommend because you either can go with a tent, you can rent a cottage, you can bring a motorhome, you can bring a travel trailer, you can bring a pop-up. It's such a nice campground. It's not that big. It's not that overwhelming. The staff is extremely friendly and helpful here. It gives you that feeling of you get the waterfront camping. But then you still have the pools. If you like the nightlife, you can go into Ocean City. If you like the boardwalk, you can go to Ocean City. We thought we were going to have a couple of days of rain, so we knew there were some shows we could go to in Ocean City. But then you can have the complete opposite feel and go a couple of miles down the road and go to Assateague. We went to the National Seashore. It's super quiet, nice, beautiful, enjoyable. And then also right down the street is Frontier Town. Camping at Frontier Town is insane. It's completely crazy. We've done it, and I'll talk about that in another episode. But one of the advantages of being at Castaways is you can go to Frontier Town and go to the Wild West show. And there's they have horses and rodeos, and then they also have a water park. And you can just go and do those things for the day without having to camp at Frontier Town, because Frontier Town can get nuts. That's a whole nother subject. Castaways is nice, it's quiet, so that's why I recommend. This is a good place for people who haven't camped before. So in case you don't like the camping experience, you can just go into Ocean City, go to a restaurant, get away from the campground, but you never have to leave this campground. It really is nice. My son went there, a bunch of the kids, but we were camping with, went up and got french fries, and Brady's still talking about the french fries he got. I didn't try any, but he said they were really good. Yeah, so this campground is great. I really, really like it. I'd love to go back. I loved going to the Tiki Bar. We didn't go to it last time. Last time we stayed there, my poor son had 103 fever, had strep throat. We had to go to the urgent care, and that's what we found out, he had strep throat. And so we spent a lot of time with like ice pops and Advil. The poor kid was so sick. But it was, so I was so looking forward to going back and going to the Tiki. That was something that I thought was so cool the first time we went. But unfortunately, my son was really sick. So we ended up spending more time up in the camper and at the campsite because he had 103 fever, he had strep throat, and he was feeling miserable. So we kind of hung out at the site until he was feeling better. But this time was so much fun. The Tiki Bar was so much fun. I had thought, like, why am I going to go to the Tiki Bar when I can just drink at my site, you know, for half the price? But we went up there. It was so much fun. We met so many people at camp. Obviously you're at a campground, but it was so much fun talking to everybody and trying different drinks. And I had wanted Bloody Marys, and I forgot to bring the mix, and they had it there, so we went up there and had the Bloody Marys. And from that, and again, this is April, it's off season, but we were in the bar area, tiki bar area, playing cornhole and drinking and listening to music, and the kids were right next to us on the beach having a game of football. Like they were playing catch, and you can keep your eye on them. They're right there. It's not like they're like far away. They're all right there. But it was just so much fun being at that tiki bar. I really, really liked it. And another fun thing they do at the tiki bar is they have a bunch of orange drinks, like orange crushes, and they crush the oranges right there in front of you. So they'll cut the orange, and you get fresh squeezed orange juice. So my favorite drink is Tequila Sunrise, and so it was so good with fresh squeezed orange juice. So I definitely want to go back for that. But that was a perk. I honestly wanted to go to the tiki bar, but I didn't think we'd have that much fun and we'd stay as long as we did. We went, I think, 2 days, but so much fun. Met so many people, had amazing laughs, just absolute great time. So I'll show you. So I just want to show you when you go and look at the video footage of stuff around the campground. I think I have the dogs on the regular beach, which I don't think they're supposed to be, but at that time there was nobody on the beach, so oops, sorry. Hopefully I didn't get in trouble. So you'll see us walking around, just showing you parts of about the campground. Please be patient with me. I'm still learning how to do video, and half the time I'm holding a dog or a kid, and I just dealing with all the things that you have to deal with at the campground. I'm still working on getting settings right. Hopefully my goal over the summer is to improve with my filming. So yeah, it's a little shaky, but you know, you get the idea. So here's Castaways. We're at Castaways.
And it's beautiful here. There's bamboo back there. There's a lot of crows.
There are a lot of crows.
So it's pretty nice here. There's an arcade, and in one of the games, I went to with my friends to check it out. One of the games, there's like a moth in it.
Oh my gosh.
The games are so old.
So you shouldn't go to the arcade?
Yeah, you really shouldn't. And yeah, they don't really work.
No. So what site are we on? We're on site 256, right? So we have a fire ring. So that's our Jaja fire starter. We use that to start fires. We bring it to all the campgrounds. We don't have to bring kindling and paper. So you might hear that like fuego.
Yeah, and at like the gift shop, there's like these French fries, and they taste amazing. They're like the best thing I ever had. Like, it's now my new favorite thing.
The French fries? Was there anything on it, or were they just French fries?
They're just like, they every day they will change the oil, and they always like they always wear they put clean oil in. They put gloves on and hair nets, and they make the French fries like they're babies.
Oh, awesome! Yeah, probably better than the shack, right? Baseball shack.
Yeah.
So we wanted to film for a couple minutes so you can kind of hear the settings of the campground. Shay's riding around on his hoverboard.
Yeah.
And we're going to take that around and we're going to show you parts of the campground. So there's a beach.
And that's the bay. There's like a dog beach, and there's like a fence that separates like the people beach and the pets beach. And
They allow cats on a dog beach?
it's called the Bark Beach, so I guess it's a dog beach. I don't know. But on the dog beach, don't let your pets or anyone go down. Like, there's like this hill that goes up, and then there's like all these rocks. Don't go down there, because when one of my dogs went down there and they cut their foot really bad. It was horrible. And my one of my friends went down there and they cut their foot real bad, and they had to go to the hospital. Yeah, it was horrible.
Yeah, so there were barnacles at low tide. They went out pretty far, and there were rocks, and they were covered in barnacles. So Rocky cut his foot really bad, and then a friend of yours stepped on it and cut his foot pretty bad too. Yes. So.
Yeah, and there's like a dock. There's a whole bunch of sea life, like a lot.
Yeah, so there's one dock and a tiki bar that anyone at the campground can use, and then there's a park called Club Castaways. And there's two, I think, private docks off of that you can fish and crab from.
Yeah, there's a lot of activities here.
We're gonna crash Club Castaways. I think we'll go over and check it out because there's not many people here because it is the off season. This is April. Easter was yesterday, so the campground's pretty much cleared out. So we can. This place is usually very crowded, so we're gonna take advantage of everybody gone to show all the sights.
So there's like a lot of activities. There's a lot of arts and crafts. There's giant Uno. There's like a game that my parents missed. It's like called Beer Bingo or something.
I kind of said I missed that.
And there's like an Easter hunt. And one day it was like human hamster ball. It was canceled because of the wind, and what at that time it was supposed to be at, it was no wind for the rest of the day. We've got everyone in the campground super mad.
Yeah, we were looking forward to that. But you guys all played on the playground instead, right?
Yeah, there's a playground, and the swings are pretty low, but you can go like super high.
Yeah, they're good. They're good swings.
Yeah. The problem is that they're super low and it takes forever to get high.
Yeah, they're like good old school ones. So what's behind us? Do you know what's behind us, behind the bamboo?
Yeah. There's a golf course behind the bamboo.
So that's pretty quiet over there, right? And then what's on the other side of the campground?
On the other side, there's an airport over there. Every day you'll hear airplanes or jets flying past.
Yeah.
But normally not at night.
And what do you see though?
What do you see?
What was jumping out of the planes?
Skydivers.
Yeah, so you can sit in your sight and watch the skydivers come down. So that's fun. We were here the last time we were here was in the summer, and I think we saw a lot of the banner planes that went up and down the beach with banners. They were taking off from there, and they'd go up and down the beach. But this campground, you can in the summer. You can rent kayaks, paddleboards, jet skis, all that stuff. It's not set up right now because it's the off season. I think they'll have that in a couple months.
There's
next month?
There's also a sand shore.
Yeah, big sandbar.
Yeah, sandbar. Yeah, I mess up with that.
So there's a little dip. There's a channel where the jet skis can get out, and then it becomes like a big island. And so that's really fun. But we didn't get to do that this time because it's a little too cold.
Cool.
Yeah, in the summer it feels nice.
All right, we're gonna go run around. So this is what ready? Be quiet, everybody. This is what the campground sounds like.
And we're halfway packed up.
We're halfway packed
We're
up.
leaving tomorrow.
Yeah, we're leaving tomorrow. So there's a lot of birds.
A lot of planes.
They're not loud though. They're like the little planes.
They're like the little planes. They're not loud, but there's a lot of them.
Yeah, you'll hear them.
There's one right up there.
I haven't seen one today, so it's just a weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of activity over the weekend. But... Oh, and there's Rudy. She wants to go for a walk. All right, we'll go ahead to the dog beach. You ready? All right. Oh, that's too bad.
That's how you get over the touch.
Man, yeah. You're glad you didn't have my camera. So over here, Top Gun water sports. So in the summer you get kayaks and wave runners. Take them all out there. So you can get the kayaks and wave runners there. And then take them all out to the water. So nice. So we made it up to the pier. The kids are back in the water and the dogs. Hopefully they don't step on a barnacle. But I'll show you around. So that's the beach. So the campers, all up here are a lot of the smaller campers because there used to be a bunch of trees. So it was mostly pop-ups and tents. But I did see a lot of bigger campers this time. So it's pretty much low tide. So out on this pier you can crab and fish. And up there that's Club Castaways. It's like a gated off area with it, but they have rentals. You'll see, those are like the little cabins, but you can park your RV up there too. There's the big sandbar we were talking about. So you can actually go swim out to that, and it gets big, even bigger at low tide, and the dogs just run like crazy. And paddleboard, kayak. And over here is Assateague. So you can actually see the wild horses right from the campground. I have a wide angle lens on, so it seems pretty far away. And then, let's keep going around. And then over here is the tiki bar.
Mom, I found a live shrimp.
And that's so much fun.
I found a live shrimp.
You did?
Yeah.
You didn't make it to the
Look,
sandbar?
I caught it.
Is that a turtle? I think it might be a stick.
Looks like a turtle. He's like, I want a drink.
This is the tiki bar. So much fun. So you have to be 21 to get in here. Hold on, I like this.
Hey, we're only 2 years old. Get out of there.
You have to be 21, that sign says. It's closed right now. But what's nice is we can be in here and you can just, the kids are all right here having a catch. So it's sectioned off, but you can, this time of year, just keep an eye on the kids. In the summer, a little different story. This is the Bark Beach. It's separated from the People Beach. And over there was the scene of the crime. That's where Rocky cut his foot. Over on the other side of the rocks. So you can bring your beach chairs. Set up for the day. right, so another, look at this, a tube coming on my head. All right, if I go to the side, look, I can put pictures here. That's my thought. All right, I don't need to put pictures over now. Okay, all right. Do you mind that there's a tube coming on my head? There's a tube. I was gonna film in the camper, but that didn't happen. So you get a tube out of my head. Hopefully next recording I'll be in the camper. So on the last day of our camping trip, we went to the Assateague National Seashore. I had wanted to do a 10-mile hike on the beach, of course, because that's what I like to do. My children and husband didn't seem so thrilled on that idea. But we did go. We did a quick, we went out on the beach. We walked around, and then we went to there was like a dunes, Life of the Dunes, a little half-mile walk, which we did. My one son was still convinced as we were walking that I was going to trick him into a 10-mile hike, so he wasn't very thrilled, but he was happy when he saw we were heading back to the car. That's a nice little hike. So we have been to Assateague twice now, so I am not a master of Assateague by any means. But if you go over the bridge, you can go straight. If you take your first right, it will take you up to the National Seashore. You pay, I think it's $20, and you get a 7-day pass. If you don't take that first right and you keep going up and then you go to the right, I think that's the state section. So you will have to pay. That's where we went last time, and we used the beach. But this time we went to the National Seashore part, so we went up, we made a right, and we drove all along there, and then we went to the very end, and then that's where you can drive your cars onto the beach. We did not, but we did have a good time watching all the cars as they pull up to the gate. They have to deflate the air out of their tires, and when they come back, there's air right there to put air back in your tires. So I did include a couple pictures and showing the vehicles going out onto the beach. I think that'd be fun to do, but I don't know, they're a big fancy truck, getting sand in it. So we saw them, and then we did see, as we were driving around, we got to see lots of horses, which I was excited about. And I had my big Tamron 150 to 600 lens. They ask you to not get within 40 feet of the horses, so it looks like I was right next to them, but I was kind of down the street from them when I took the pictures, because they don't want you approaching them. You will get kicked, you will get hurt by them. They're used to campers and people on the beach, and they do come up close to you. We've seen them when we were there the last time, right, walking along the beach looking for food. So you do have to keep your distance, but thankfully I had my good camera with me, and I was able to get some nice pictures of them. So that was a highlight, and I don't know, that was it. So enjoy this little section about our trip to Assateague. All right, we're at Assateague in Maryland. I think we're on the South Beach. I don't really know, but it looks like over there it's gonna storm. But the radar says 0% here, so look behind us. So we're here looking for wild horses. We are looking for birds. We just saw dolphins out in the ocean. We saw some seagulls. The kids aren't making it too far. They just keep stopping to dig in the sand. And they're collecting shells. So we're gonna go see. We saw wild horses while we were driving up. We haven't seen any on the beach, so we're gonna go walk and find some horses. And hopefully not get rained on. So you can see people driving on the beach. If you have a permit, you can ride down there. So that way is to Virginia. And then we go back this way. That's Ocean City, Maryland there. Alright, and just to wrap things up about Castaways, you should go there. It's super fun. It's a great time, whether you have little kids, teenagers, no kids. This campground is great for everybody. The amenities, it says airbrush tattoos, bathhouse. The bathhouses are very nice. Bay Breeze Cafe, birding, camp store, coastal bays, arcade, which apparently my son did not like. I didn't even know they went in there. There were so many kids we were there with. It's just like a little, it's just like one of the little cottages. So it's not like a big attraction, and it's separated from the main part of the campground. So it's there, but not many people seem to use it. Delmarva Discovery Center, dining deck, dog beach, doggy bark park, dog washing station. You can wash your dogs for free at the dog washing station. Fitness center. We didn't use the fitness center, but I do appreciate a nice fitness center at a campground. So 2 thumbs up for that. There are golf cart rentals, hot tub, water sports rentals. They weren't doing the water sport rental while we were there. There's live music. Unfortunately, we weren't there for live music, but we've been there in the past. They had live music. Observation deck. That's where I took some pictures. It's over in Club Castaways. There's oh, I think that's what it is. An observation deck, pavilion, playground, Jackspot Tiki Bar. 2 thumbs up for the Tiki Bar. The snack shack, splash pad, the welcome center, and the visitor shuttle. So this campground has everything you'll ever need. So much fun. Highly, highly recommend it. Put it on your list. If I recall correctly, their booking system is horrendous in the summer. Like, horrendous. Our friends of ours have been going there for, I guess, 10 years, and they even complain about the booking system. So it's not easy to book. I don't know why. I think they do it outsourced through another company. Not sure. Luckily, I had no problems booking, but I know that's the one complaint I've heard from people is the booking system. Hopefully it's better. I had no problems. 2 thumbs up for them getting me in a good site. Anyway, thank you for checking out our review on Castaways RV Resort in Berlin, Maryland. Let us know if you go and what site you stayed in, and did you have lots of fun? Did you go to Assateague? Did you see the horses? Did you go swimming? Did you get a jet ski? Did you get a... Oh, I want to go back. I'm ready. Oh, and in the summer they had like inflatables and you can jump on everything and climb. Oh, out in the water, so much fun. Okay, so we need to go back in the summer. Let us know if there's any other tips and tricks if we go back, what you think we should do, what we should add to our list. And thanks for watching.